Securing a location, do you know what that looks like? Stay in the video, I'm going to show you the tips and tricks. Alright, so we want to make this video to share with you basically how the procedure goes when you're starting it with a location, some of the conversations you're going to have, and hopefully this is going to be helpful for you. Point number one, the initial talk. Initial talk will go something like this. Hi, Mr. Location Owner. My name is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises, and we specialize in placing ATMs into businesses such as yourself, and we do initial revenue share. There's no cost to you. It's completely free of charge. You will place an ATM in your location. We do the service. We do the maintenance. If there's a problem, you call us, we'll repair it, and then at the end of the month, we'll provide you with the commission and a statement. So that's how the initial talk goes. Then from there, you'll say, is that something that interests you? And if they say yes or no, sometimes they'll say yes, and then you proceed to looking for wherever you're going to place the ATM. Sometimes you'll say, you know what, it seems like you're real busy. Let me schedule an appointment, and we'll come back at a later time, and then we'll have this initial conversation. And always, if you do that, don't put it off, especially make sure that you give them a choice. Hey, how does Tuesday or Wednesday? Does Tuesday work better for you, or does Wednesday work better for you? Is 9 o'clock better, or is 10 o'clock better? Give them choices, either and or. That always helps out. If you leave it too open, then you know what? They're just brushing you off and they're getting rid of you. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you can nail them down, specific time, place, and date. So then you can have that great conversation so you can get your ATM into the location. So point number two, placement of the ATM. Make sure before you have that initial conversation, you look around the store, you look around the location. Where's the best place to put the ATM? And always have 2 or 3 options. Over there by the bathrooms, over there by the front door, over there by the back door. Wherever that is, make sure that you have a spot in mind and make sure there's an outlet there. Sometimes the store owner will say, oh, that would be a great spot. You know, it would be a great spot, but there's no electricity there. And then don't wait for them to say, oh, I'll get an outlet. You know what? Let's place it over here. There's already an outlet. You don't have to call an electrician. Why spend the extra money? It's a great spot and there's already electricity. I don't need an internet connection. We do Wi-Fi, but maybe you guys do. Maybe you do need an internet connection. Then your next question would be, hey, where's your internet? Where's your modem? Where's your router? Because we're going to run a line from that to over to where the ATM is, or maybe you hire a low voltage person and they'll run it. Or maybe you ask the store owner and say, hey, we're going to need a internet connection right here. So if you can get your low voltage guy to run it and just place it right here, then we can put the ATM in. So make sure that you can have those conversations. You're going to need electricity, you're going to need internet connection. Either you're going to provide that with wireless, or you're going to have a low voltage person or somebody that can install a Ethernet connection. So if you're thinking about starting your own profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will show you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. So point number 3, now you agreed upon you're going to place the ATM. You agreed upon where you're going to place the ATM. Now you got to set the expectations of installation and commission. This is how this will work. All right, Mr. Store Owner, that sounds great. Here's what we're going to do is we're looking at about 2 weeks. Today's Monday. We're going to look at 2 weeks from today. We're going to install your ATM. We also, at the end of the month, we'll email you a report at the first day of the month, how much your ATM will be, and between the 4th and the 8th, you will get a ACH into your bank account. Always explain the installation process so they'll know it's going to be 10 days. Now, truth be told, most of the time we install in 3 to 5 business days anyways, but I always let them know it's 10 days out because something could go wrong. You know what? Maybe one of our teammates are on vacation and I didn't know about it. Maybe we didn't have an ATM. I thought we had an ATM in stock. Maybe we did. Maybe there was other issues that I don't know about. I always leave myself a little window of opportunity just in case something goes wrong. Most of the time, I guess, like I said, 3 to 5 days we're installed. Sometimes it's tomorrow, but for the most part, I leave myself a big window just in case we have other pressing matters that have to be done before this one. Point number 4, now I got all that worked out. Now here's where I go in to sign the agreement. All right, so here's what I need, Mr. Store Owner. I need a voided check, I need a tax ID number, I need an email. So they get me that. Either I come back for that or we do it right there on the spot. Oh, that's all you need, that's all I need. So then what we do, we take that tax ID number, we help them fill out their W-9, we take the voided check or letter from the bank, then we fill out the ACH, and then we take that information, apply it towards the agreement, because now I have everything. I have the name of the corporation, I got the tax ID, I got their bank account, I have their email, I get their cell phone, I get the store's phone, and if they're renting, I always ask for the landlord's number just in case. Why do you ask for a landlord's number, Phil? I ask for the landlord's number because you don't know how many business owners that you're dealing with that actually don't own the building. They lease the spot. Sometimes they leave, and when they leave, they lock the doors. And your ATM is in the spot, and you go to call them, they don't answer. So now you have no way to get into the building. This is why I always encourage you guys to make sure you get a location agreement, because now it's a viable document that specifies that's your ATM, that you were doing a revenue share with the location. It's not the store owner's ATM, it's yours. The reason you do this is because if they leave and they owe rent to the actual person who owns the building, the landlord, that landlord will try to confiscate your ATM. As soon as you have an agreement, nullifies that, you'll get your ATM every time if they lock you out. So make sure that we have the landlord's phone number. Point number 5 is now you're ready to install. You install the ATM. Majority, depending on if it's your first ATM or you've been doing it for a while, most of the time, like what we do is we have the ATMs already pre-programmed, it's ready to go. We just roll it right in. All we're going to do is secure it to the floor. We also let them know, hey, after we sign an agreement, we make sure that, hey, I have to bolt the ATM down. So therefore they know we're going to be drilling in the floor and bolting it down. Now for us, and I've said this many a time, if we can't bolt it down, if our company can't bolt it down, it's a deal breaker. I walk away from the deal. I don't put an ATM in there, but I know a lot of other people do. They secure it in different ways. That'll be up to you if you need to secure it. If you're not, is it a deal breaker, yes or no? So I always let them know. The second thing is I go over what I told before. Hey, I just want to let you know that we're going to email you a report the first of the month. It'll tell you what your commission you can expect to get between the 4th and the 8th of the month. And then after the first month, what I also do is, hey, we do a follow-up. Did you get your money? Because the money doesn't come in with our name, and it comes in our processor, Switch Commerce. It comes in Switch Commerce. So that's the line item that is on ACH. So sometimes they don't realize what it is. They don't know. They don't ask questions. They're like, I don't know what that is, but you know. And then you get 4 or 5 months down the line. It's, hey, I never got a commission. You did get a commission. This is where it is. And we had the ability to give them what they call trace numbers, and we could show, document, and prove, hey, you got your money on 4th, you got your money on 5th, you got your money on 3rd, you got your money on 7th, and here I was like, oh yeah, I see it all, and it matches up the statement. So we do that, but the first month I like to make sure that they did get it so they know what they're looking for. Once they get it, then they always know what they're looking for, and it becomes real easy. All right, so if you're thinking about starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business. So you can start earning passive income, make more money for your family, and spend more time with them also. If that sounds like something that's interesting to you, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from the ATM Mastermind Group page, where we buy your freedom at 1 transaction at a time. Thank you guys for making us #1 on YouTube, and I'll see you over at the next ATM Mastermind video.